Hi, this is Katie Johnson, and this video is going to be part of a series that I'm doing on different ways to use ribbon. So I'm going to be making two cards for you and show you with one of them a special technique with this ribbon. The card that I'm making, the final look is going to be specific to this ribbon, but the technique is something that you can do with any ribbon. I've got my pieces assembled here. I'm making two of them. The card layers are, it's going to be a vertical card. I have a coordinating color cardstock just as a base to make this piece set out from the back. The only reason for that card layer right there is because it's going to be a white card and a white top, and I wanted something that it would make it stand out. So for this whole piece here, I've got a piece of designer paper that's going to fit on the bottom. I'm going to emboss the top. For this project, I'm actually going to emboss the white pieces, and I'm going to use this snowflake folder. It's called Winter Snow, which is available from Stampin' Up! In the fall of 2020. Alright, so here's my two pieces embossed with the snowflakes. I'm going to move this out of the way, but I'm just going to real quick tell you that this designer paper, also available in fall of 2020, is from the 'Tis the Season designer paper pack. It's got lots of fun designs. I wanted green because it's going to be a Christmas tree on the front of it. And if you don't know already, I will point out that Stampin' Up! Always tells you what the coordinated colors are. So here's the back of the package, and it gives me a list of all the different colors that coordinate. I make up one of these sheets for myself for each of my designer paper packs so I can get a quick look at what patterns are available and a quick look at what the coordinating colors are. Stamp set I'm going to be using today is from Perfectly Plaid, mostly because I want to be able to use this super cute punch over here, and I'm going to actually stamp my We're going to go with tone on tone. I always tell people to remember to stamp first and then punch. So the general plan is going to look like this. We're just going to put some ribbon on here as a boundary between the paper and the white, and then my Christmas tree is going to go up here along with the sentiment. All right, for comparison, we're going to do one that's just the way we would normally make a card. I'm going to use just regular ribbon, straight and flat. And this ribbon, because it's a little bit see-through, I'm going to snug it right up next to that paper, because I don't know if you can tell, see how you can see the paper edge through it? So I didn't want that to show. So we're ready to finish this one up. All right, that one's nearly done. I might put a few rhinestones on it, but this ribbon is very plain going across here. So let's see another way that we can play with this ribbon. All right, so you just saw me finish making this card, and I realized that what I wanted to show you for the technique on the ribbon, I was not going to be able to do with where I place these things. There's not enough horizontal room to show the ribbon as well as I wanted. So I remade it as a horizontal card. And now you can see that ribbon behind there. And the ribbon on this card is simply used as the boundary between the top and the bottom parts to make a nice clean edge where those two papers meet each other. So what I've done in preparation for this one, I've got my horizontal card ready to go, and I don't know if you, yeah, I think you can see with the reflection of the light on there. I've laid a strip of adhesive down all the way across here. I'm leaving my ribbon on the spool, but this time what I'm going to do is to gather the ribbon as I apply it. So there it is on the edge, and then I can, I'm going to take this off a little bit so I can trim that edge up when I'm done. lay that silver edge right down next to it, and remember that I'm doing it with this pretty ribbon, but you can do it with any ribbon that you have. So I'm just gathering little folds, and then each time I'm folding it in on itself, I'm pushing it down real hard to make sure that it sticks to that adhesive that's underneath it. This will, of course, use up quite a bit more adhesive, or quite a bit more ribbon. Isn't this pretty on here? Once you gather up that, for this particular ribbon, once you gather it up, it adds so much with all these extra sparkles. You have seen me do this before, but I'm going to show it again in case it's on a video that you haven't seen. These two were punched from the same label punch. This is the Label Me Lovely punch. And I'm going to have the punch frame itself. So I'm going to go symmetrically from corner to corner, and then again the other way. And then I'm going to apply adhesive to the back of this and just layer those pieces pulled out a little bit so that it's framing itself. Now, easier to do this from the front, where I can see what I'm doing. And with this, all this thickness on here, I definitely need dimensionals to hold it up. In fact, I think I'm going to stack them. Well, that came off. But I do want to leave room for this ribbon to go in between here. So here's what I mean stacking. I'm going to put 2 on top each one. Now I think there's enough height on here to cover over the ribbon. I'm going to do the same thing on my Christmas tree. And I know that you can't tell because you're just watching, but I can feel it with my fingers, and that was absolutely the right thing to do, to use 2 on here just to layer it up a little bit and get more height. That's why these are called dimensionals. I didn't leave a lot of room in here for the ribbon, so we'll see what happens on this. You'll just have to press the ribbon down. There, not bad. I just need to trim up my ribbon. So there's 2 ways you can use the ribbon. You can just put it straight across as a border, or you can add a little bit of interest by ruching on it. If you liked what you saw, this is part of a series I'm doing on different ways to use ribbon. So make sure that you check out my YouTube channel, subscribe. You'll get notifications when I post more of them. If you're on Facebook, then make sure that you like and follow my page, and Facebook will also send you notifications when I post more of these. I'm Katie Johnson, Stamp Lady Katie, and we will see you next time. Bye.